signalised there. Up into the state, we like to warn people when they start their walk or cycle ride or whatever that there's dangerous forestry operations at this end. You can't do that on the footpaths closed. So I've actually commissioned a local craftsman to make a community notice board for the Forest Glen. The guy called Ian Hoskins, based in Broseley, will make it for local materials, and that will go in there. And that's one of the functions I think this a renovation or a restoration or a new build could do, is actually form a source of information for people arriving, but also for all the different groups that use the area, so they can communicate with other members or potential members or people that might like to join their society, club, organisation. And there's the Wrekin, if you go to the Forest Glen as mentioned earlier, it's very busy. It doesn't matter what time of day or year it is, it's very busy. There's lots of people who are energetic, driven, passionate, want to get out and about for a little walk, for a stroll with the kids or family. And if it is a good spot to get out, one message is about what you can do out and about, but two, there's an issue, we mentioned it earlier, about antisocial behaviour. If we don't send out a message about how it is to be a responsible person enjoying the outdoors, how do people who are acting irresponsibly start to gain models? Role model. A lot of young lads get into college, they don't have particularly good or strong role models around. They don't have lots of good messages around them. So we can do that if we've got a nice high quality spot, where the lad on his mountain bike's off for a pedal, and then there's somebody around to have a chat with him. And that could be, a focus point. If it's just a toilet, then I think we'll miss an opportunity to go a little bit further and enhance. Now, I spoke to Mark Petty, who's a member of the Agenda 21 group that's based in Wellington, and we batted a few ideas around. And one of those I'm aware that's been around in Wellington for a while is to develop a tourist information centre interpretation point that will send a sort of torchlight out towards the Wrekin. One of the forms of our partnership could be that if we have a pair, its twin, at the Wrekin, we can shine the light back, which helps actually bind the two communities together, the countryside and the town. Road safety issues are very important. That is quite a dangerous crossing. Now, if we look at the site, how good at the time? 8:30. Anybody asleep? No? Arkle Lane, the other road that goes down there, and the other road that goes that way. My memory for names is appalling. So that's the Forest Glen. We have the entrance there. The thing, whatever it may become, is there, or the potential new site is there. Yeah? Now, I'll make it clear, it is my job to write the plan. In consultation with you. It's my job. If this is what is demanded to help improve the visitor management, a bit clunky, but if this helps improve the experience of the visitors, helps direct them, helps give them more comfort, they're going to enjoy the visit more, we help teach them to be responsible, send out positive messages about being in the countryside. Now, the
planning permission, but if you had it at the Forest Glen, planning permission,
don't know.
to gain.
It'll be easier to do this with planning permission.
Why did they move the Forest Glen 8 years ago?
It's a very long story.
Well, you could have a coffee and a cream bun there, couldn't you?
Site to visit in those days.
It is a very long story.
It is. Yeah, I'll tell you the whole story. Not
The Forest Glen used to have a pavilion that welcomed visitors in. It currently is at Blist Hill, or what? An approximation. Most of it's at Blist Hill. Yeah. It's got a lovely CTC sign over the door. And one of our investigators, we visited Blist Hill, and the museum at Blist Hill have offered to recast the CTC sign in iron for us if we come up with a building or structure to hold it into. Yep. Ian Hoskins doing the sign here, came on the visit with me. So we have support in terms of doing something quite interesting with a new building or renovating an old one. This has got the sewerage already, but it's poorly drained in that sort of cleft hollow, and it's covered, surrounded with trees. Traffic here almost hit somebody. What was I trying to do? I was trying to go there, and they decided to ham around here and turn right without looking. I don't think I'm alone in encountering dangerous situations in that corner. When you come out of the car park through the pedestals here, we'll cross the road either to an informal footpath, which leads up across the bank, or you go down the road, and more dangerous, and then you cross over. This is the Arkle Nature Reserve. It's a local nature reserve.
What's the new building there, please?
What's that?
What's the new building they put around the corner?
The new building.
Well, something's been excavated around the corner there.
Where's that?
The house is
The
called
house.
Arkle Lane.
No, it's the house.
Is that Treetops?
Yeah.
Above the car park. They've got a new drive in. Yeah. Treetops is up here,
What's it
and its
for?
driveway runs down like that. Treetops had no real problems with its planning permission. It's a beautifully designed house, and it was built on top of one of what was said to be the old manager's hut or house, for either for the quarry or for the Forest Glen Pavilion. So planning permission wasn't too much of an issue.
Recent one, we're going back a few years, there was plans for a hotel on that site, if I'm not mistaken. The group that's developed the White House Hotel down here.
They retained that.
So there must be precedence in the planning permission of that site.
I think so. Talking to a local retailer, actually a guy who lives here, very wisely said, this is a very, very poor commercial opportunity. Extremely poor. I need to go back and find out why. But he wouldn't have touched it with a barge pole. And given his success, there's something there about the commercial size. If it's a small business, and this is part of the AOB also supports small businesses across the area, there's a possibility. Now clearly I need to know from somebody later on what happened to the mobile catering, because that is a small mobile business, and there was obviously an issue there. Anyway, Forest Glen, this is the Arkle Local Nature Reserve. If we look at this as a hub, or what's the useful phrase, a gateway. Yeah, it's a gateway site into the rest of the landscape. It's the only formal car park. We're looking at that. So the gateway to this countryside here. To get into the LNR, you've got to walk down the road, or walk up the road. That's quite different. So if we thought about how we improve the access, we'll borrow a bit of the water company's land, I suppose. Stick a roundabout, mini roundabout, slow the traffic down. And we've got there's another footpath enters here, improve the entrance to that, goes behind a nice holly bush. There's a little crook at the end, let's draw that properly. What it does, it slows you down before you hit the road. It's quite useful, really. So as we sort of run with the idea, you realise there's actually a whole suite, a set of little tiny changes to that area to make it safer, to make it more presentable. And I think the work done last year on the Forest Glen was just the first step in a steady progression of improving the area.
Isn't this starting to become counterproductive by the saying that small development is long-term detrimental when it's actually stopped? Look at the very angles. Personally, I'd like to see some development there.
Okay.
But,
where's it stopped?
Well, I don't know. I don't know that. But in starting development, you just define that line so where it actually goes.
Yeah. I think it comes back to my original point. If we don't do something about the changes that confront us, then they will just change around us. We won't exert any control over it. The current toilet block is an eyesore. Even if there's no toilet there at all, that building's got to be dealt with. It's horrible. Yeah? It says that we as a community neglect this area. Can't bother, it's just a building, we're leaving it there, we're not doing anything with it. So something has got to happen to make sure that we resist this negative change.
Whenever it happens,